Hey y'all, I hope all is well, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, excuse me, spiritually, financially. So, I got something I want to share with y'all, right? I want to talk about dreams. I want to talk about women worshiping men, preferably in the black culture, the black man. I want to talk about intuition, respect, and that's about it for right now. So let's get into it. So I've been having dreams, right? And I call myself a dreamer. I'm always having dreams, right? Excuse me. I got allergy issues, y'all. I really do. I have what they call nasal obstruction, where you have lymph nodes growing on the lining of your sinuses, and they look like little swelled up balls, and it just mess with your breathing. Y'all, some of y'all may have this and don't even know y'all have it. I didn't go to the doctor to discover this. I really examine my own body. I'm one of those people. I'm not one of those people that be like, oh, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not finna be diagnosing myself. Listen, you not finna tell me. This is side note before I get into what I'm talking about. This is what I do on my channel. So if you got a great attention expand, please stick around, because what I'm saying is very worthy. Okay? And I appreciate you, because you could be anywhere but here. Okay? So I'm one of those people, I examine myself, right? So how I figured out I had nasal obstruction, I just be looking all in my nose. And I noticed that I have these lymph nodes swelled up on the lining of my nose, and I know that shit is not normal. And I also found out that's what caused nosebleeds, because occasionally I get a nosebleed. So my nose is always irritated. I go through a lot of Kleenex. Talked about this before. I go through a lot of Kleenex. Okay? So, excuse me when I start blowing my nose, because it be sounding like a damn trumpet. Excuse me. So, how I combat this bullshit in my nose, I use coconut oil, organic, unfiltered, unredefined coconut oil, because coconut oil is good for inflammation, and that's all it is. Them lymph nodes is inflammation on the lining of your sinus. That also can lead to you having reoccurring sinus infections, which occasionally I do get a sinus infection because of those lymph nodes. Now, I did a little research. I found out you can't get surgery on that, but I'm not finna even try to do that. I'm not even finna see if my insurance will cover it. I'm not letting them stick shit in my nose to get rid of no lymph nodes. I'm just gonna deal with it holistically. I'm just gonna use coconut oil for right now, and just blow my damn nose, and keep my fingers out my nose. You know, they had to keep your fingers out your nose. You know how it's subconsciously your nose itch. It might itch right here. You might scratch it, and you don't even realize you're scratching all type of bacteria in your fucking nose. And if you got broken skin, like the lymph nodes that I'm talking about in your nose, you're gonna get a sinus infection. And some people get sinus infections mixed up with what they call a man-made cold, which to me, a sinus infection is way worse than a man-made cold. So, what man call a cold is, which is just, what you call it, is it BTD, body, damn, I forgot. What did Dolo Flight Boss call that shit? Body temperature disorder. That's all it is. Shout out to him. Body temperature disorder, BTD. That's really causes you to get sick when your body temperature is out of whack. Okay? So think of yourself as a glass of water that has been put in the freezer, right? You take yourself out the freezer, and what happens? You start to sweat, because the temperature in that room that glass from out of the freezer is sitting in is different from what's in the freezer, from the freezer's temperature. That's the same way your body operates. You know what I'm saying? If you sweating and it's fucking cold outside, you're gonna feel sick afterwards. That's not good. That's body mass disorder. So anyways, let me get into the dream, right? So I've been having dreams, and I'm a dreamer, and my dreams be sending me messages. I feel like that's my spirit guides letting me know what's up, you know what I'm saying, in the physical realm. So I've been having these dreams about my baby daddy, because me and him are not on good terms, unfortunately, at my baby's big old age. He's 13 years old. You would think by now, we've been broke up for almost a decade. You would think, you'd have thought by now, folks would be copacetic, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be friends. We be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be nothing like that, right? You would think he done been the so-called moved on. This is why I don't go off men be moving on. Men just move on to a different body, okay? They don't really be moved on most of the time. They still be in another relationship, resenting their exes and their children's moms. It's just a mess, right? So my baby, I've came to the realization that my baby daddy resents the shit out of me, and I came to the conclusion that is a him problem and not a me problem, right? Because I'm not walking around here resenting this man. I don't like his character as a man. I don't like his behavior as a man and as a father. But I'm not walking around here resenting this man. I really would like to co-parent properly with him, but he doesn't want to do that. Especially now that he done got with the woman that I've known, been cool with for so many years, because men are known to do that. It's funny because it's a woman that's gone viral on social media talking about how she got pregnant by a comedian that she was in love with, and how when they broke up, he started dating the fucking woman at the Best Buy that her and her ex used to always shop at to get these cheap, cheesy videos. It was a tradition, she said, for them that they used to watch. And when she had a conversation with him, and he was like, I'm with somebody now. And then she was like, well, who you with? Because she was in that, you know, that pick-me energy where she still wanted to be with him, and she was trying to get him back. And she admitted that shit, and she was like, yeah, we used to always go to this Best Buy, and when the girl used to come over and so-called help, I always used to ask her questions, and she would just look at me funny and ignore me, but she was all up in his face. And come to find out, this who he dating. Baby, this is what men do, okay? They are more likely to do shit like that than a woman. They are more likely to date the girl next door that you cool with, and that he cool with too, because they know y'all live next door. You live next door. He live next door. They're more likely to date the girl at the goddamn gas station that y'all always go to. That's the cashier. Men do not be caring. I'm telling you, they do not think like women. Women are more likely to turn down a man in familiar places where her and her ex always visit at. Okay? I've done it. Nah, I can't. This is too close to home. Too familiarity for me. Nope. It's muddy the waters. You can't be muddy in the waters, right? So I've been having these dreams about my baby daddy. And some of the dreams, I've been dissecting them and trying to figure them out. So I started getting downloads like, this nigga must be talking about me, right? To her, because now she popping up in my dreams. Now they popping up in my dreams together, sometimes separate. So I'm like, okay, they got to be talking about me. My intuition is telling me they are. Because when you dream, excuse me, y'all, when you dream, that's your third eye being active, right? So what confirmed that they've been talking about me in the 3D realm, which the 3D dimension, physical, right? Me and you right now, I'm in the physical, is my son come telling me like, hey, ma, I gotta tell you something. So I'm like, what's up? Well, I like kind of got into it with so-and-so, and she like she walked up, she was like walking towards me like she's about to hit me. So I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Because that's when Mama Bear kick in. I'm like, hold on, what the fuck? Right? So he like, well, her and my dad was talking about you. I was like, well, how you know they was talking about me? He was like, Mom, I'm telling you what I know. Now, on this channel, I talk about astrology. That's what I'm into. I'm into metaphysics, numerology, paranormal shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm into all that shit. Doesn't mean I practice most of the things that I'm into. You know what I'm saying? But I'm into that shit. And all that shit is part of spirituality. So I'm thinking to myself, like, this was my confirmation. So my son telling me, like, yeah, Ma, I know they was talking about me. So when I asked him again, how you know? Mind you, my son is a Pisces moon. I'm a Cancer moon. Cancer and Pisces moons are very intuitive, as well as, I believe, Scorpio moon. So if you just a water sign moon, you automatically got, it don't matter what your sun sign is, you automatically more intuitive than any other moon sign, right? Now, if you ain't into astrology on this channel, go ahead and click on off. You know what I'm saying? This channel ain't for you, okay? Because I'm always incorporating that. You know what I'm saying? I'm always incorporating the astrologicals, the astrologers, the astrologers, and that, and astrology, and my messages, and the shit that I talk about in my experiences, right? So he was like, I just know they was talking about you. So I came out the room and I told her to shut up. You don't know what you talking about. I said, son, you shouldn't have did that. Well, Ma, what you mean? I'm like, son, that's disrespectful. Like, she's an adult. That's still their crib. You can't be over there disrespecting her just because you don't like her. I get why you don't like her. I totally understand. But on the flip side, that's your dad's fiance now. And, well, she's taking my dad away from me, and he changed ever since he got with her. And I told him again. And I've been telling him this. Don't give her all the credit for that shit. Now, I secretly think she put a spell on my baby daddy, like a little love spell, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know how some of y'all females be. And if that bitch did, and that's, I'm calling her a bitch, because we ain't cool no more because of my baby daddy. She been very disrespectful. And I blame my baby daddy for some of that shit, because the man is always the common denominator on why women have quarrels, why they don't get along. And it don't always have something to do with romantic shit. It could be siblings, it could be relatives, it could be your next door neighbor, it could be your fucking manager at work or your supervisor, right? Men are always the culprit on why women don't get along. Now, I don't really have a problem with her, but it's starting to be one because my son is involved. I don't give a fuck that she with my baby daddy. Yeah, it's uncomfortable for me. It's weird to me because it's so close to home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked about this shit. I think it's weird that they together because her nephew is related to my dad. To my dad. Lord have mercy. Her nephew, Lord have mercy, as the Baptists say, her nephew is related to my baby daddy. Okay? Which is related to who is related to my son also. They're cousins. So it is weird. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody, how you look at it. I'm not finna date my son's uncle on his daddy's side, or my son's cousin on his daddy's side. That's just weird work to me, okay? It's just weird work, okay? I don't care. Say what you want, think what you want. It's just, it muddies the waters, okay? So, anyways, I tell my son, don't do that shit again. I'm not raising you to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't like her, but if you want to be around your dad, you got to deal with her in some type of shape, form, or fashion. You ain't got to say shit to her, but don't disrespect her, because I'm not raising you to be that way. But if she put her hands on you, because he told me when he told her to be quiet, she don't know what she talking about, she came walking towards him talking loud and shit like she gonna put hands on him. And I already know what that looked like, because the bitch didn't already tried it on me. I may talk about that in another video. So I said, look, son, I don't want to have to step in and then we fighting and it turned into a DV because I don't play by my motherfucking son. And my baby daddy know I don't play by my motherfucking son. And ain't no way I'm finna let another female. My mama can't even hit my motherfucking son. Yeah, it's that deep. My mama can't even hit my son. So I be damned if another female come in and hit my motherfucking son. I don't even whoop my son. Sometimes I may have to tap his ass on the shoulder, go upside his head to get his attention. But I'm his motherfucking mama. I feel like I have more right to do that than anybody else because I don't know your level of anger. I don't know, you might hit my son too hard and you may hurt him. Nah, I'd rather be the one to do that and then have to pay for that shit. Not no other motherfucker, even if it's my mama. And that's no disrespect to my mama. Not nobody else can do that. I don't even want his daddy hitting him. He can't even whoop my son without hearing my mouth. And he don't even whoop him. And I really believe it's because he know he gonna have to hear my motherfucking mouth. Because my son is not a bad little boy. I don't like calling kids bad. I feel like kids act a certain way based off a lack of. Now, my son feels like his dad is being taken away from him. His dad has changed since he got with this woman. And even though my son is familiar with this woman because that's his cousin's auntie, I told him, I said, son, you can't just put all the blame on her. I had to explain to him about his own nature and that he should learn this now at his young age and don't end up being like his dad. I told him men are always going to put their needs first. This is men are controlling. It's in y'all nature as males. Your dad is going to put his needs first. Now, son would say, why you tell your son that? You shouldn't tell your son that. Hey, listen, I'm give it to my son raw and real. Fuck what you thought. Fuck how you feel. I got to raise him. It's already a bad stigma on women and their sons. I'm not trying to be a part of that shit. Because I already know what that shit look like with my twin brother and my mama. I always felt like my mama let my brother slide. She let him get away with, and she won't come down on him hard as she talk to me like I ain't shit sometimes. So, no. I don't have those type of weird relationships or improper relationship with my son. I'm really out here have full intentions on raising my son to be a decent human being and be respectful. And I had to explain to my son, that even though me and your dad don't see eye to eye, we don't co-parent, and I had to push it towards parallel parenting. And y'all could look parallel parenting up. It is a thing, and it's still stupid to me. But when you dealing with a man that has narcissistic behavior and he's very toxic, what can you do? I'm not trying to add to that shit. I done got into it with my baby daddy too many motherfucking times. That shit was added to my stress. I had to disconnect. I had to block my phone number, block him from the new phone number, and cut off all communication with him for good this time. And he still find his way to try to communicate with me by posing as my son, texting me back. Now, I just found that shit out. I said, damn, now I'm going to have to buy you a phone. I'm going to have to get you another phone because he takes my son's phone, and when I text him when he's with him, he'll pretend like he's my fucking son. Ain't nobody got time for all these goofy ass games men be playing when they hate their baby mamas and they resent their baby mamas. Ain't nobody got time for that goofy ass shit. I'm working on me. I've been working on me. I've been absent. I've been staying out the way. I don't got time for that shit. I'm happy. Me, myself, and I. I'm happy with me, myself, and I. I don't need no male's validation like a lot of these women out here doing, because that's what she trying to get from my baby daddy. That's what she getting from him. She's getting male validation, and she gonna fuck around and get it through her demise, and she just put her motherfucking hands on my motherfucking son. Okay? I don't play that shit. So I told my son to decrease that situation. You know what I'm saying? Don't you disrespect that woman. If you gonna have smoke with her, you gonna have to have smoke with your dad. And don't expect your daddy to change. Because he's lost in his wants, needs, and desires, like most men. And he's not going to fucking change. Y'all always think, and this is mostly the men, but some of y'all pick me when we think it's goofy shit too. Y'all be thinking that Y'all be I can't stand when people, you the fuck, almost like you gonna hit my car. Y'all be thinking that men is doing better when he move on. You only doing better, sir, when you have no resentment against your exes or your ex or your child's mama. Other than that, you just moving on to another body. You just moving on to new supply. You just moving on another woman that you can conquer, because you couldn't conquer the one that you had a child by. This is why it's power in a woman being with her herself. Her herself. Her and herself. It's power in that shit, because the way men nature set up, sis, you're gonna end up losing. It's very seldom you're gonna meet a man that's not lost in his lower nature, and he's gonna play on that shit and act on that shit day in and day out. And even if it looked like he putting your needs first, he really putting his needs first by so-called putting yours first, because his need is still gonna get met first while meeting yours at the same time. You just gotta see the difference in that shit. That's just their nature. You as the woman can't change no male's nature. He has to not get lost in his shit, and he has to learn how to conquer his nature. But see, that patriarchy bullshit, this patriarchal society we live in, got men thinking that they supposed to conquer a woman and they know better than a woman. They need to bring back a matriarch society in America, because it's already like that in some other countries like Africa. But they need to bring that shit back over here, because men is lost in the sauce, and the women that's got that pick me energy, that think they supposed to build and build a man up and do all this other goof ass shit with men that you're not supposed to be doing with no man. That shit you do with your sons. You supposed to build your sons up, build their confidence up. You don't do that with no grown ass man. That's something his mama's supposed to done. That's not your job as his woman. You're depleting yourself when you do that shit. You're getting drained. And then I'm starting to think women do that shit for validation too, for male validation. Oh, I helped him be a better person. And no, it's his job to want to be a better person, and then he's supposed to practice that shit daily. Now you could come in and add to the shit. You could come in and add to the shit of him being a better person, but starting from scratch on telling him what to do to be a better person, that ain't gonna work, sis. And you got men being delusional where they'll say shit like, oh, she made me a better person.